All right, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge might have changed awareness, raising forever. The latest incarnation isn't raising money for a disease, though. Instead, this one carries a message. Take a look.
So I'm hearing there's a new challenge going on, right? Somebody named Charles challenged a friend of mine, Mike, and then Mike challenged myself. So now I'm challenging Robert, Nick, and Prochon. Y'all ready to see what the new challenge is? Pull your damn pants up. Quick in our communities to talk about racial profiling, about how the cops are targeting young black men. But what we don't want to focus on is what we're doing to contribute to the problem, even if just a little bit. We need to start thinking about how we represent ourselves, how we talk, how we act, how we deal with police. We need to stop talking, acting, and living like thugs and start talking, acting, and living like men. Stop making the conscious decision to fit the description.
All right, Malik King is the man in that video, and he's joining us right now in New York. Good to see you.
Good to see you, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. So what's been the reception from this challenge? Are you seeing that, young men are pulling up their pants more, or anyone commenting to you about the video challenge you issued?
Well, ma'am, I'm noticing that there are people who approve of the challenge, there are people who disapprove of the challenge. Since I issued the challenge, I've had an overwhelming amount of support from people, friend requests, over 3,000 friend requests, just inboxes, just telling me that they support the challenge and they support what it stands for. It is a challenge that is forcing individuals to think about the way that they choose to represent themselves and how your presentation can influence, perception.
So what's the message in your view that is being sent when a young man wears his pants? It's no longer just slightly, below the waist line. Now it's all the way like under the butt, right about the thigh area. What's the message that's being sent in your view? What are they trying to say?
Well, what I'm trying to say, ma'am, is that this trend is not something that began in the hip-hop culture, like some like to say. It's not a trend that began somewhere in the black community. This is a trend that began in prison. And we know for various reasons it began in prison. And I don't think that any trend that comes from prison, a negative place, is something that we should be allowing to continue. It's not something that we should be willing to enforce. It should be something that we want to keep in prison where it belongs. It doesn't belong with the society.
All right, well, I'm going to open this up and invite a couple more people to the panel and talk some more about this. Let's bring in Tara Setmeyer, co-host of Real News on